Alrighty, let's take a look at question number 5. Question 5 is assessing our ability to find the sum of a geometric sequence, also known as a geometric series. Question 5 reads, a 7-year lease for office space states that the annual rent is $85,000 for the first year and will increase by 6% each additional year of the lease. What will the total rent expense be for the entire 7-year lease? Okay, so what kind of terms are being generated in this lease that we're looking at right here? It's increasing by 6%, by a factor of 6% each year. So is that going to be arithmetic or geometric? So let's note the following point. Growth by a rate of, notice rate of 6% each year means that you multiply by a growth rate of 1 plus 0.06, okay, which is equal to 1.06. So a growth rate by 6% means that you grow by 1 plus the rate in decimal form. Growth rate of, this word of right here indicates multiplication, okay? It indicates multiplication. So whenever you're multiplying by, whenever you have rate of a particular percentage, you multiply by that percentage. Either if it's a growth or decay, you subtract or add from 1 and then you multiply. Alright, so we're going to be multiplying by 1 plus 1.06 every single time because the percentage was 6%, which is equal to 0.06 in decimal form. So since it's growth, you're going to be multiplying by 1 plus the growth rate. If it were decay, it would be a subtraction. Alright? So we're going to be multiplying by 1 plus 1.06 over and over again. So in year 1, it was 85,000. Okay? Just to illustrate. In year 2, is going to be 85,000 multiplied by the factor 1.06. In year 3 is going to be 85,000 multiplied by 1.06 multiplied by 1.06 again. So you keep multiplying by 1.06 over and over again. So whenever you keep multiplying by a constant value known as your common ratio, that, ladies and gentlemen, is a geometric sequence. Alright? So we're going to be adding terms of a geometric sequence. When you're adding terms of a geometric sequence, the formula that you're going to use is the formula for the sum of a finite geometric series. Alrighty, so let's write down the formula. Formula for the sum of a finite geometric series. The formula is given by the sum of n terms of a geometric sequence is a1 times 1 minus the common ratio raised to the nth power divided by 1 minus the common ratio. Okay? Alright, so let's go ahead and apply this formula to this particular scenario, but you need to know what each of these values mean. Okay, so a1 is basically the first term, r is the common ratio. is not the growth rate. Okay, you gotta be careful. The common ratio is basically what you multiply over and over again. So in this case, you notice we kept multiplying by 1.06. That's the common ratio. And then in this particular, n is the number of terms. Number of terms. In this problem, we're looking at 7-year lease, so our n is going to be 7. Now let's specify what we know and what we need, plug it into the formula, and calculate what the sum of the amounts for the first 7-year lease will be. Alright, so A1 was the first term. Starting amount is 85,000. The growth rate is 1.06. The number of terms is 7. So S sub 7 is what we're looking for. Using that formula, it's A1, 85,000 times 1 minus the common ratio 1.06 raised to the 7th power divided by 1 minus the common ratio 1.06. Alrighty, so just plug this into our calculators and that will tell us what the answer is. We're going to be using the TI-83 Plus for this computation. So we are going to have 80, let's do it this way so we don't mess it up. Parentheses 85,000 parentheses 1 minus 1.06. You use the caret button. Where are you, caret button? Right here. Bam. Raised to the 7 to exponentiate. Alright, so you notice I have two parentheses. The first parenthesis closes this 1 minus 1.06 to the 7. The second parenthesis closes the numerator. Divided by the denominator. I didn't put a parenthesis here. Divided by the denominator. The denominator is 1 minus 1.06. Close that. Hit enter, and then you get 713,476.20. Alright, so the amount is going to be 713,476.20. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the final answer. So the answer to question number 5 is option number 4. That is how you use the sum of finite geometric series formula to find the sum of n terms of a geometric sequence. Thanks so much for taking the time to watch this presentation. Really appreciate it. We'd like to know what you think about this review tutorial. If you found it helpful in your preparation for the upcoming Regents exam, do give us a thumbs up. Your positive feedback is very valuable to us. If you have any questions or comments, just post it in the comment section below and we'll be more than glad to respond. Do not forget to subscribe to our channel for updates to the remainder of this review series. More complete support resources can be found at Mathgotserved.com under New York Regents. Thanks again for watching and have a wonderful day. Goodbye.